foodies, and welcome to part 2 of 3 of Delhi, India. My name is Mike Gunn. I'm co-founder of Fazzle Socks, where we employ hundreds of artisans in need. We are registered with the Fair Trade Federation, and we also use our profits to help support orphanages here in India. These are some of the incredible socks that we make, along with many other products. Make sure to check out our website, shopfazzle.com. So without further ado, let's get going on our epic adventure to Safdarjung, India. Welcome to Safdarjung, South Delhi, bordering Green Park. Safdarjung has a very strong northeastern population of India. So you've got people from Manipur, and you've got people from Assam, you've got people from, of course, Mizoram, and so many other places, even Darjeeling. And of course, when you get that, you're going to be getting a ton of exciting food. But one of the places I'm taking you to tonight, which I'm super excited about, it was recommended to me from a friend from Mizoram who stayed in Delhi for many, many years. It's called the Categorical Eat Farm. So I'm very excited. Let's go give it a try. We're going to have some super greasy, spicy pork. Let's go for it. You get some of these items on this one. Okay, perfect. Okay, well, we'll have 2 of the pork thalis, please. And yeah, and by इसमें ना मुझे dry fruit से allergy है. मतलब मूंगफली, काजू, बादाम और ऐसे ना इसमें है. Dry fruits ना मतलब मूंगफली, काजू, बादाम. Nothing ना कुछ नहीं. मतलब अगर मैं खाएगा like hospital जाएगा. ठीक है, okay. Awesome. 2 pork thali, please. Thank you. They call it the Manipuri chakluk. Now, I'm not sure what chakluk is. I'm guessing it's thali because it's just sort of dashed with the thali. But of course, in India, thali is one of these dishes where you're going to find almost anywhere, like on the whole entire subcontinent. Thalis is probably one of the best ways to experience everything from like salty and fatty and acidic and sweet. And you're going to get tons of these different flavors all on one thing. And each state, not even each state, but many regions within states will actually try and feature their own sort of local thali. So of course, you know, in Punjab, right, you're going to get tons of the sort of heavier stuff with like butter chicken and lots of, you know, rotis and all kinds of stuff. But you're going to get, and here anyways, we're trying the Manipuri thali. So they don't tell you on the menu exactly what you're getting, but you're going to get some kind of dal for sure. You're going to get the meat dish, you're going to get rice, and then you're going to get some other stuff as well. So of course, being in Safdarjung, where a lot of people from the Northeast have sort of settled in Delhi for either work or other things that are going on, we're going to get a lot of that Northeastern food. A lot of leafy things. They love leaves. I also love leaves, so that's perfect. And then of course pork. Now, the pork in India, and for many, I should actually say more Asia, is a lot more probably fatty than what you're used to in sort of the West. Now, the West has this thing where they've kind of called it old earth pork. That's sort of like a thing I've seen out there where it's like you order old earth pork. Try saying that 1,000 times. But in India, that's just pork, and it's absolutely delicious. Like, it's completely mouthwatering when you get sort of the fat and the meat sort of mixed together, and especially when it's like fried with a ton of masala. So that's the other thing too. You're gonna get a lot of pork, but a lot of that northeastern food. But once you're in Delhi, sort of this sort of northern central area, you're gonna be getting a ton of masala-y type flavors as well mixed in. So it's this awesome sort of hodgepodge of spice and masala and delicious things. And so I'm very, very excited to show you what we're eating and describe the flavors, of course. So this will be some kind of fermented beans and probably eggplant and a couple of other things in there. It has a bit of a smell, like it's almost a bit pungent, but usually that also means something very tasty, something fermented. And then of course we've got a little bit of green chilies. We've got what looks to be like kind of a pumpkin curry, which will be which also pumpkin is very, very popular in the Northeast as well. Of course, you got your steamed rice, but then we've got the feature dish, which will be the pork, which I'm very, very excited for. So let's dig in. This is probably the one I'm super pumped for here. That's so, so delicious. I absolutely love it. I'm so happy I'm here. So it's mixed with all kinds of stuff. You've got bones, you've got fat, you've got the meat, very oily. Most likely the oil is actually just from the pork. Probably not a lot of added oil in this. Not as spicy, to be honest, as I was expecting. Now, I don't know, sometimes they sort of lessen the spice for foreigners when they see us coming in, but I don't know, maybe not. It's absolutely delicious though, and I'm very excited to kind of continue to dig into that. It's like having a big hug on my stomach. It's so good. So of course we've got the Manipuri dal, which looks to me like it's actually chickpeas and peas, which rarely I see that in a dal. Delicious. Little salty. Very thick, bit of a kick to it. Usually kind of a pumpkin leaf or some other type of leaf. But this is absolutely delicious. So good. It's kind of salty. It almost tastes like it could have some of the pork fat in it. Now I'm not sure about that, but. And then you've got the green chilies, which you sort of like, you're just supposed to kind of eat bits of it as you're eating other things. And then you've got a papadam, which is sort of just a fried roti, and absolutely fun and delicious to eat, and a little crispy. And yeah, let's dig in. That is honestly one of the best bites of pork I've ever had. It's so, so delicious. And it just melts in your mouth. So they've probably just been cooking this for hours on end, just letting it slow cook in a pot. It has like the perfect amount of bite and kick to it. And I love that you just throw it all in there and eat it. All right, so we're gonna finish this off and then head on over to another restaurant that a local foodie deliite has recommended to me. I'm super excited to show you guys what's going on, and yeah, give me a chance to eat this up. Okay, see you in a bit. Do you know where Hornbill Restaurant is? It's this side. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Okay, just down this way. Awesome, thanks so much. You're also going to Hornbill? So welcome to another back alley here in Safdarjung. I'm going to be taking you to a very popular local eatery called Hornbill. And again, you guessed it, they serve pork and among lots of other things, of course, but it's very, very famous for their northeastern food. So let's go take a look. Specifically Naga food. So that's from Nagaland, which is in the northeast. And yeah, we're gonna give it a try. So you guys gotta come here if you're pork lovers, because literally you just open the page. First page is like, okay, Hornbill relish. Let's take a look. We've got chef's pork, we've got frizzled pork, smoked frizzled pork. We've got pork ribs in crispy and crunchy or tenderloin and juicy. And then of course you can like get it in any way that you want it prepared. So they've got it with like bamboo shoots or potato or bamboo shoots and axon? No, not that axon. Yeah, we've got lots of fish too. That's another thing to keep in mind as well. So a lot of the northeastern places are actually along the Sea of Bengal, so you're going to get a ton of that influence as well, which is very, very exciting. So anyways, let's see what they got to offer. So like peanuts and cashews and all those things, yeah. Awesome.
Which one?
I think I'll go for the crispy and crunchy. Actually, let's try both. Let's go for one of each.
One each.
Yeah, one each. And what about the fish? Is it like, what kind of fish is it?
It's just local fish only.
Local fish?
Yeah, from the market.
Okay. Let's try the fish with bamboo shoot.
Fish with bamboo.
Yeah. So I totally pronounced that wrong. I called it Axon or Ax1, but actually this is pronounced Akoni, which are the fermented soybeans, aka stinky beans, which taste absolutely delicious in almost everything. We've got a Nagar style cooked fish, which is awesome and looks very creamy and delicious. So I gotta dig in and try it all. And I love that this is served in a wooden bowl. How cool is that? I gotta get like the perfect bite with like fish and sauce. Oh, that is so good. It actually does have a hint of that Akoni bean as well. It has a bit of a fermented taste to it. Like it's almost like fermented, kind of like tangy broth. And then of course like very, very fishy as well. But just so, it just works together so well. They also cook it with all the bones, which is a little hard to eat, but it's also the style. You just have to be kind of careful because there are quite a few kind of stuck in there. At the same time, it does honestly kind of add to the taste. And then of course you've got the, the scales and even the fat, like it all just kind of comes together. One thing with Northeastern food is you're gonna get a lot of mix between, it's almost like Burmese and sort of even a bit of a Chinese influence. But then of course it's Indian. And so you're still gonna have like all of those traditional Indian Northeastern flavors, but with a lot of like twists, which is pretty exciting. Okay, let's try the ultra dry pork. So there it is, looks delicious, kind of crispy. Almost like looks like a massive thing of bacon, which is pretty cool because I love bacon. And it's spiced with just some chilies and seasoning on the outside. Then of course you've got like literally kind of layers of like fat as well. But that's what makes pork from the Northeast pork. Like it's not really the same if it's just meat. It has to have kind of everything together, which makes it just perfect. Like honestly, it just melts in your mouth. Like if you take a look at this bite, it's like pure fat, which is just delicious. And then of course on the outside, you even have like the crispy skin, which is really, really actually, to be honest, a little tough to chew, but delicious. And then you've got the part that's along the bone, which is just crispy meat and fat together. Oh, and they've served it with like a spicy chutney too, so I'm assuming that's just basically chilies, which is awesome. And I guess I should have probably put some lime on it as well, since that's what's being served with. All right, let's try this out. So again, you got this like massive layer of just fat and juice and like meat all in one. That's honestly so good. It just falls right off. Like it's crispy, but it still falls off the bone. Like they've clearly really prepped it in such a way it's not tough at all. And then you've got the meat, which is also totally mouth-watering and delicious. So, if you're looking for some pork ribs, this is the place. Awesome. Okay, let's look for a lassi. हाँ जी हाँ जी मीठा लस्सी चाहिए हाँ जी लेकिन भैया प्लीज ड्राई फ्रूट्स मत भी डालना हाँ ठीक है ना मुझे एलर्जी से. Okay, can I just point out though the size of this mango? This is like 2 mangoes, but it's 1, which makes it so awesome. Okay, so one of the things that you'll find around Delhi, which is so awesome, are these like huge fruit stands, and they sell like shakes and fresh juices and lassis and everything else that's going on, which makes it really exciting, especially when it's this hot. Like it's honestly, it feels like I'm basically just roasting in a fire of like hot humidity liquid right now. Like even if I wasn't sweating, I'd be sweating. It's so humid. But then as you're walking through these back alleys and sweating, you come across this, which is just like heaven on earth. and it's so exciting and awesome. And I'm about to be served a full-on like fresh lassi, sweet lassi right now, where he's like hand grinding literally the dahi and everything else together. So I'm pretty excited to show you. And often what they'll do too is they'll top your lassis with like all kinds of dry fruits and everything, but obviously that's not for me since I have basically a life-threatening allergy to things like cashews. Yes. So this is the sweet lassi. Very, very classic to India. Tons of, I mean, India in general is just like a dairy country, which makes it so awesome because you get it everywhere. You've got paneer, which is kind of like a hardened sort of cottage cheese, and you can eat that in so many ways. But when it's 40 degrees out and you come across this, best thing ever. So I'm gonna taste it right now. Oh, it's just so frothy and delicious, and like honestly so creamy. It's just like basically putting heaven inside my mouth. That's what it tastes like. So I'm gonna polish this off. Even though I'm like way past my calorie budget for today, I'm still gonna polish this off because it's just so good. So here we go. This is environmentalism right here. Glass, reusable, paper straw. Absolutely love it. So, kitna khata? 50, no? So 50 rupees, so that's like, I'm thinking in Canadian, but in US dollars, that would be like maybe 70 cents or something. So, and almost about $1 in Canada. So that is $1 well worth spent, my friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. Next week, we're gonna be heading off to see the original inventors of butter chicken and dal makhni. We're also going to be heading into Khan Market and trying some of their exciting cuisines to be found there in Delhi. Again, if you haven't checked us out, make sure to check out Fazl, the company that my wife and I co-founded in 2016, shopfazl.com. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at FazlCo and check out our website, shopfazl.com, to see some of the incredible products that are made here in the Himalayas. These are some of the most luxuriously cozy socks I promise you, you will ever wear. We love them, I travel everywhere with them, and we've got thousands of people that love them too. So make sure to pick up a pair for yourself, especially as we head into cold weather.